Hello and welcome to Stop Hiding Behind the Brand, Why You Are the Brand. I am your badass business coach. My name is Elisa Jarrett, and we are going to jump right in. I want to ask you a question. Have you ever posted about a product and you thought, this is it? This is the post, it's going to go viral, and it flopped? Same. This is not about marketing a product. This is about marketing you. So the question is, do you have a brand or do you have a link? If you have a brand, people get to know, like, and trust you. If all you have is a link, that is nothing but sales. And then you wonder why you have no leads, no sales. You try everything. You're doing the exact same thing everybody else is doing, and nothing works. Why do you think this is? It is not your content that's the problem, my friends. I am Elisa Jarrett. I am your badass business coach. And for those of you who don't know me, I am a beach girl living in Colorado. Yes, I'm aware that makes absolutely no sense. And I wasn't always the loud badass that people see now. I was super shy. I played super small. I was scared to be seen. I hid behind things that kept me safe. The product, the scripts, the templates. I was not born confident. I was not born bold. And I definitely did not start out as the badass coach. And the second I realized that I was the brand, everything shifted. And that's what we're going to help you find today. Because when you become the brand, your message gets easy to say, and you don't need those scripts. So here's the plan. We are going to stop the madness. We are not going to hide behind the product anymore. We are not going to sound like everybody else. We are not going to post, throw spaghetti at the wall, and sit there and pray, please let this be the one. Okay, how does that sound? Are you ready? By the end of this presentation, you are going to know why your message isn't landing, what a real personal brand actually is, and how to build a brand and a funnel that finally feels like you so that you can have content that actually converts. What I see a lot of people doing is regurgitating the same words over and over and over again in the digital marketing space. They're saying $900 days, 2-hour work days, comment ready, comment me, comment info, comment this, drop that, work from anywhere, work from home, all the same things. Now, there's nothing wrong with these statements at all. They work, but they work when you have a brand. Those are not the brand. That is the product's brand, not your brand. When everybody sounds exactly the same, no one stands out. I want you to think about the big brands that are out there. You think of Nike, a lot of people think about shoes. They think about the clothes, the hoodies, the swoosh mark. Now the swoosh mark is their trademark. It's you see it, you instantly recognize it. Did you know that Nike, they're not really known just for their shoes. They are known for just do it. They are known for getting out there and being stronger and making things easier. They're not selling shoes. Nike is selling the person who doesn't quit. Nike is selling confidence when your legs want to stop. Did you know that? Now, I've got some more that are coming up that are going to be really easy for you, but I wanted you to see Nike because everybody seems to think it's about that swoosh mark and it's about the clothing line. But it's really, if you look at their marketing, it's really about that person being on the top of that mountain, like, I can do it. And that's what we're going to do for you by the end of this presentation. So real quick, I'm just going to run through these. I want you to think about a chicken restaurant, like a fast food restaurant. And if they were to say, our chicken is hand breaded, it's pressure cooked in peanut oil, and it's served on a toasted buttered bun, you're like, okay. And then they go on and on about all of these things like product-based, okay? It's called benefit selling. Now, if I were to say, eat more chicken, who am I talking about? You got it, Chick-fil-A, okay? Because they have a slogan. The brand promise is it's not just lunch, it's the one place that gets your order right. And their slogan is always not just the eat more chicken, but if you ever go to a Chick-fil-A, you always hear my pleasure. They never say thank you. They say my pleasure. That's part of their brand. They always say, we didn't invent the chicken sandwich, just the hospitality. They are so hospitality based and they're known for that. They are known for the way that they make you feel. So if you've been in business, you're in the online space, you want to develop a brand that is going to tell your customer how you want them to feel. So keep that in mind as we continue. Now, if I said golden arches, y'all know that's McDonald's. Where's the beef? Wendy's, eat more chicken. Chick-fil-A, just do it. Nike, I'm loving it. McDonald's. Okay. So McDonald's has two. Do you see that? They have the golden arches, which is the visual. And then they have the I'm loving it, which is the slogan. And you probably even know the songs. So that's part of their brand. Red Bull gives you wings. Eat fresh. Subway. Can y'all tell that I'm like a foodie? Okay. The happiest place on earth. Disney. When you hear these things, you automatically know who we are talking about. So that's what we want to develop for you. Quicker picker up, anyone? Bounty? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? Can you hear me now? That was Verizon's. And as soon as you hear that, and people still say that when they lose reception, they still say it. So that's still branding Verizon. And if you can't see those, let me move me out of the way. Okay, like a good neighbor. State Farm is there. 15 minutes could save you. That's Geico's. So that's what we want to, and here's the rest of them. That's what we want to develop for you. So branding is the feeling that people get when they hear you talk. It is how you speak. It is your voice, your message, your vibe, your story, your brand elements. People always say, why are you yelling? I'm like, I'm not yelling. I'm just really passionate. When I get passionate about things, I start speaking more like this. That is what people expect of me. That has become part of my brand. I am very animated. I know you can't see my hands very well in the position of this video, but I speak with my hands. I'm always doing this and my body language. That's part of my brand. Your values, perspective, now your colors and fonts, that is as well. But we're really going to focus today on that voice, that message, that vibe, the energy that you want to bring into your brand. It's not something that changes. If people started seeing me talking like this, they would be like, oh my gosh, who is Elisa? Where is her badass? Because that's not who she is. Okay. Then the visuals for me, people think I live at the beach because everything is beach related. Beach, beach, beach. It's this turquoise beachy color. Pink is actually my favorite color. So you'll see me in pink. I built this brand around the beach. I was in direct sales. I did in-home parties. I sold products, but it wasn't about the product. It's how I made them feel at that party. How I was able to show them how products would make them feel, how it would ease things for them. That's the power of a brand. Now, my online business was not always easy. I was confused for a really, really long time, you guys. And then I hired a coach that helped me to develop my brand and my message. And we came up with when you're done playing small, call Elisa. Because I'm so done playing small and I'm so done seeing other people play small that I want you to call me when you're ready to stop playing small. And that's become my tagline. The end of my posts, the end of my emails. It always says, when you're done playing small, call Lisa. And now you'll think of that. Every time somebody goes like this, think, call Lisa. Why did this become my badass brand? Because I was done shrinking. I was done playing small. I was done hiding, going, oh my God, I can't do this. Okay. I was done trying to be everyone else. I was done with imposter syndrome. I was done trying to fit a mold that I thought I needed to fit. I was like, oh my God, I have to say this and I have to say that. And no, be you. Develop your brand, be you. And that's why I don't teach marketing like a robot. I teach marketing like a branding movement, because that is exactly what it is. All right, we are going to do a little activity here. I want you to jot this down. I want you to it's better just take a screenshot of this and then open up ChatGPT or Claude. And this is how I want you to do this. This is what works for my clients and myself. I want you to pick up your phone and I want you to open it. And I want you to, there's a little button at the bottom. It's a microphone. I want you to push on that. And I just want you to word vomit into whatever AI tool you want to use. And I want you to say, if I were to talk about something, what is something I will never shut up about? What could you talk about for hours unprompted? And you just like word vomit right into your phone. Let ChatGPT, Claude, I think there's Gemini, there's all sorts of AI tools out there. They will just hear your voice. They'll hear the inflection in your voice. They'll know exactly what it is that you're saying and how you're saying it, and they'll get to know you. And then I want you to go answer all the questions for your personality. How people actually experience you. People see you as having a certain vibe. Okay. Are you funny? Are you bold? Are you sassy? Are you calm? Are you direct? Are you faith-filled? I have clients that are all of these. The ones that are funny, they can just like, my husband quickly just like so witty, has an answer for everything, recites lines from movies. If that's you, tell ChatGPT that. My personality is I'm always quoting movie lines. Then go on to what do people say about you when you're not in the room? That is how the badass coach was actually born, because people would say, she is the most badass, you know what, that I've ever met. She is so resilient. She is so strong. She bounces back from whatever life throws her. That's why I became the badass coach. That's why everything I do in life is based on that badass. What do you believe in? What is that I'll never line? Like that thing that you will never stop fighting for. What do people already know and expect from you? Again, look at my personality. Look at who I am. This is something people have come to expect. This is what we want to build for you. Okay? The transformation that you stand for, my transformation that I stand for is I'm always going to help somebody to bring out that badass that lives way deep down inside in their gut. It's hidden inside of them, way at the core of their body. And that's why women come to me. Women come to me because they are tired of having her stuck in there. And they're like, okay, I'm ready to let her out. I'm ready to unleash that badass. It's not the surface. It's not the product. It is the result. What is the result that you want to get for your client? If you are into weight loss and you want to help somebody learn how to stop those cravings, how to stop giving into those cravings, you want somebody to lose those 10 or 20 pounds, then that is the result. It's not the food. It's not the scale. It's I'm going to help you be the best version of yourself, the thinnest version of yourself that you're comfortable of being. What are people going to walk away with when they're working with you? That is all part of your brand. Now, I want you to think of 3 to 5 words that you use over and over and over again. Badass is mine. Bold. I love the word bold. Pink and glitter and beach is part of not my brand words, but my brand. If you use more feminine, what if you're like high class, you're luxe? Brand words mean so much. When you pick 3 to 5 of them, you're going to rotate regularly in all of your content and say all of those words throughout your content, not in every single piece, but you're going to just piece them in there. If you're ready to have a badass business and a badass brand and you want to be bold online, then this is for you. If you're done playing small, those are my words also. If you're done playing small and you're ready to unleash the badass that's inside of you, call Elisa. Do you see how this starts developing your brand? Your brand statement and your tagline should come from this, not from a template, not something that doesn't sound like you, Because if it doesn't sound like you, if those aren't words you would use, it's inauthentic. And people want authenticity. This becomes your foundation for your content, for your messages, for your emails, for your funnel. Everything should be all in alignment. They should reflect you visually, emotionally, and consistently. So this right here is your homework. Now I'm going to show you some bad practices that people do online. They're posting the product like the product is the brand. But the truth is, people don't buy the product first. They buy the belief that you instill in them about that product, what that product can actually do for them. Then they start talking like they're a brochure. They're just reading off features of what the product is. Like, I have a program. It has 6 modules. It has weekly coaching. Nobody cares about that. They want to know what that coaching is going to do for them. They want to know what those modules are going to do for them. What is inside of the modules? I have this course, and at the end of the 6 weeks, you are going to have a brand that is going to stand out online. So you are going to stop sounding like everyone else. Doesn't that sound better than reading it like a brochure? Like, I have a program. It has 6 modules in it. There's weekly coaching. You get Voxer access. You get this. No, nobody wants that. All right. Bad practice number 3. They copy and paste a personality from somebody else. They borrow captions. They borrow hooks. They borrow their mentor's voice. That's not authenticity, you guys. That is not being you. You want your own hooks, your own captions, your own voice. You do not want to borrow a personality. You do not want to sound like your upline, your mentor, your chat GPT. You want to sound like you. I'm so excited to offer you this incredible opportunity where you can learn how to become you, how you can use your own brand words so that your content is easy to create without needing a script. Does that sound better than those other promises? Yeah. Bad practice number 5, trying to convince strangers instead of attracting aligned buyers. When you are trying to convince somebody, that's salesy. It creates burnout. It creates inconsistency. You start to think, maybe I'm not cut out for this. But when you have your own message, you get to attract aligned buyers because people see you, hear you, and learn to know, like, and trust you. Bad practice number 6, you're pushing a product instead of pulling those people into you. You are trying to convince instead of connect. Connection is where the currency is. So if people are just scrolling right past you, you're not being authentically you, because I know you have that badass inside of you. I know you have that personality that people are like, oh my God, that's me. Or you have that story where people are going, that's me. I need that. So that is what we are going to work on. A confused mind says no. Bad practice number 7. A link here, a DM there, a comment info. You're losing your leads because you're asking them to do something when they're going, I don't even know what she's talking about. You're not struggling because you need more people. You're struggling because the people you already have no idea where to go. You want to direct them where to go, but you want to give them a reason why they need to get there. So you have to keep them engaged. And then bad practice number 8, you have too many links. You have too many links. You have an IG bio that has way too many links. You've got a Stan or a LINK tree. Your story says DM me, link in bio. You're just sending them places and they're looking and they're going, okay, I'm not even sure what I'm doing here. I don't know which button to push. So we're gonna minimize it all and make it really easy. You only need one place for them to go, and then you can sell as many offers as you want. There's a secret to it. Here's what I do with my clients. Tracy wants to offer a path to peace. So we created her a funnel that starts out with the path to peace, a clear path to security beyond the 9 to 5. And you can see a feeling of peace in here. You can see her holding her hand with you, walking with you down that line. That is a feeling that her brand gives you, because now they're like, oh, I connect with that. Okay. We have Nona, who wants to be able to say yes to everything in life. She wants to be that yes mom, the yes life. She has a busy life. She's on a ranch, and then she's at sporting events with her kids, and they're at rodeos. And here you see it's a simple way to say yes without missing those moments in life. All of a sudden, you're like, I want that. I want to be able to say yes. I'm so tired of not having the money to say no. And I have to say no. Okay. So that's what we built her here. Right. Do you see how this is not about the features and it's not about the product and it's feeling based? So what do you stand for? What do you help people do? What do you believe? And then I want you to think about your I help. I help who feel what to achieve what. I help aspiring online entrepreneurs who feel stressed out, overwhelmed, confused to achieve their own or to create their own brand message so that they stand out online in this vast sea of other online entrepreneurs. I help women who feel invisible online to build a brand that sounds like them and converts. So if your brand was a person at a party, would she be invisible or unforgettable? Because when you walk in the room, I want you to be unforgettable. I want them to land on your page. I want them to land on your content. I want them to go, oh my gosh, that's me. I need that. So I have a really funny story to tell you. My cousin liked two things. And to this day, and we're talking like 25 years later, I still think of my cousin when I see anything that is a frog, like a frog on a towel, a little frog squishy, and anything that is pear scented. Without even knowing it, she branded herself to those things because she loves frogs and loves pear. Now, I'm sure you know people who love purple. Everything you see about them is purple. That's the visual side of the branding. And we'll work on that as well. So when you have your aligned brand with your conversion path, they either stay or they go. If you have one link, one path, one branded experience, then everything is cohesive and they stay and it's in alignment and then they become your customer. So your brand and your funnel must match in order for them to start believing you and buying from you. As soon as they land on your page, this is where they either stay or they go. Your funnel should feel like you when someone lands on your site or finds you online and they enter your funnel. They enter their email address, they enter their name, maybe you have your phone number on there. They are comfortable giving you that information because everything is cohesive. Your funnel doesn't match your brand. It breaks trust. So the path to peace for Tracy, peace becomes the brand. The yes life for Nona, the yes becomes the brand. Now that you have an idea as to how to build your tagline, your brand statement, your slogan, and you want to fine tune it, you want to really dial it in and create that badass brand and that badass business, I have the Bold Brand Accelerator Intensive that is coming up where we will build your brand with a funnel in 1 week. We waste no time over here. We are badasses about everything that we do. We are going to get down and dirty right from the beginning, and we are going to find your brand, and we are going to build that funnel. I have $200 special for you for being a part of this summit. The first 5 who get in also get daily Voxer access for 3 weeks to answer all questions that come up. So the links are down below. Would love for you to be a part of my free school community, the Badass Business Club. This is where we build badass businesses. And if you would like to get into the intensive that is starting next week, the digitalbeachboss.com/bold brand accelerator is where to be. Thank you so much. And I can't wait to see the badass brand that you are going to build.